If you give me a reason to run, I'm gonna run, okay?
There's so many nuances when it comes to getting to know another human being.
Jesus saying, love everybody.
Hey y'all, just checking in with you. Just got off of the train and I'm on my way to work. I have a corporate photo shoot tonight, so I'm pretty excited about that. It's a lot different than your typical wedding video shoot, so I'm on my way there. Got my train station food. This is a stromboli from Barrow, S Barrow. I'll tell you later how that tastes, but it's been a lot going on out here, and I just thought that I'd come on and talk to you about what's been going on in Chicago and how I'm feeling about everything. So it seems like there's been a lot going on with the government kind of taking advantage of their authority, and it doesn't feel good to me to sit here and watch people be stripped away from their homes and sent somewhere, you know, be just targeted and arrested and all this crazy stuff that's been going on. I don't like seeing that. And then for my home state of Texas to send military troops up here to continue to enforce their powers against human beings, I don't know, it just, and it's just crazy because when I was in Texas, I went to a church that was kind of trying to persuade its congregation to vote Republican, vote for Trump, because Republicans are, you know, pro-life and they're against LGBT and all this other stuff. But it's like, there's way more to Christianity than just sinning. And so for me to sit here and watch people on the news like be ripped out of their beds while they're naked and, you know, lined up like cattle and all that stuff, it just, that doesn't feel Christian to me. So I just wanted to come on here and say that I'm really not happy about it. And I don't know, I wish that there was more that I could do. There was a really big protest that happened a few days ago. I wasn't a part of it because I don't like being around like huge crowds of people, because you never know what's gonna pop off. I'm wondering, when is Jesus coming back? Because we need you. We need you.
I do just want to let you guys know that my opinions do not reflect the opinions of the companies or clients that I do business with or work for. So, you know, as I'm sitting here setting up and I'm thinking about everything, my mind goes back to high school and all of the immigrant friends that I've had there, like people who have swam over to America to have a better life. And I just think to myself, what if that was me? Like, what if I had to swim to another country because where I lived and the place that I consider to be my home was too unsafe to live there? I wouldn't want for anybody to kick in my door and snatch me away and send me back either. That would frighten me. Like, there just has to be a better way to go about enforcing immigration policy than to do it like this. I am so grateful that I get to just pick up and move to a different part of a country and start a new life. And a lot of times I feel guilty because, like, yes, my job is mainly just doing film. Like, I've been releasing a lot of short films on my business page, but then it's like when I flick over to the news and I see all this, it's like I feel guilty for what I do because it feels like I'm not doing enough. Like, I'm not putting work out there that'll actually help combat what's going on in the world. And I don't know, I don't know. I gotta keep going, obviously, because I have to live, I have to survive out here too, just like everybody else. But it's like, I don't know, maybe there is something else I can do. I just hadn't thought of it yet.
Right. So, just got done with the event. I gotta say, that was the quietest party that I ever worked. I guess there was music in there, but it was like way in the back and it was off of like a very small boom box, so you could barely even hear it. As I'm walking, I'm just thinking to myself, it is such a blessing to be here even with all this crazy stuff going on, it's like not everybody gets to do this. Like, not everybody is even able bodied to even get up, pack their car, and take a risk and even try to do something like this. And there are some times where I just feel like trying to make a life out here is so debilitating, it's so discouraging, it's difficult. I don't know how it's gonna happen still. And I've been here for 10 months and I still don't know how it's gonna happen for me. I don't even know how I'm even lasting right now. It's crazy. But every time I feel like, you know what, I'm finna just give up and go back to Houston. Someone always has something encouraging to say to me, and it just keeps me going. Whether it's like friends or family members or a YouTube comment or someone random that I meet at one of these shoots, and they just always have something encouraging to say. And so I'm so grateful for everybody supporting me along the way.
Good morning. I woke up with a lot on my mind this morning. Like, not to get all biblical or whatever, but wasn't Jesus' greatest commands is to love other people the way that he loved us? I just don't see that as love at all. And I honestly just see it as hatred and fear of other. I try not to come on here and be all preachy or whatever because I know that I'm not a perfect person either, right? I don't always say and do everything right. You've probably peeped even some videos on my channel where I'm not exactly saying everything right, doing everything perfectly right as a Christian. But it's like the stuff that's going on right now, that's obvious hatred with the covering of, oh, but this is Christian. No, Republicans are Christian. This is the right thing to do. No, it's not. And that's not even to say that I'm a Democrat either. I think that there are elements of both Republican and Democrat that can be correct, that can be Christian. Like, I'm not hardcore one or the other. But it's just like, I don't understand how Christians can defend what's going on right now. I don't. I'm not one of them. So that's what's been on my mind this morning. Hello. I am dressed. So phase 1 of my workday is now complete. Christian event video promo that I have going on. I really hope that the Christian artists whose music I use are getting paid from these videos that I put out there on social media. So yes. So yeah, I'm cooking right now, getting ready to go to a wedding tonight. It's gonna be a really long one. It's like from 3 to almost 11. So it's gonna be a long night. But before I go, I just wanted to update y'all on something. I know a couple of videos ago I said that I have a love life and that I'm in fear of getting my heart broken and yada yada yada. Well, just wanted to update y'all. That didn't really pan out to anything much. That was probably the most brief relationship I ever had. It was only like a month and a half long. And I had to break things off because I didn't like who I was becoming. I just felt like I was slipping back into like people pleasing tendencies and codependency and things like that. Kind of violating my own boundaries for the sake of trying to continue the relationship and appease. And I didn't like that. I'm just like, I've already healed and grown past all of this stuff. So what is it about this person that's causing me to want to go back to being who I used to be? I didn't necessarily come out here to date around. That was honestly the first person that I genuinely talked to. And I met him after like almost 9 months of being here. So yeah, I haven't been putting myself out there. That whole thing with him, it was very organic. I didn't like meet him on an app or anything. I just met him at a work function at an event, which is what y'all see me doing all the time. So I thought it was sweet the way that we met and everything, but I was also picking up on stuff that was triggering me and making me remember things from the past. And it's like when you start doing stuff like that, it's like if you give me a reason to run, I'm gonna run. Okay. I don't want to relive stuff from the past. Hopefully I'm able to get a higher paying job sometime soon to where I can afford therapy and health insurance and all that stuff. But right now, just prayer, just introspective work, just looking back on old videos that I created where I was like deeply into the scripture, using the scripture to guide my dating life, all that stuff. Like I'm looking back on all that stuff and like, yeah, this is a sign. I don't like this. Red flag. Let me not look past red flags. Cause that's how I keep getting caught up. I be seeing stuff and I'll speak up and try to see if it can change. But if it's like repeat behavior, sorry. This relationship actually taught me a lot. Hold on, I gotta get these turkey burgers off the stove before it burns. Don't want to burn the house down. The relationship also taught me things about myself that I needed to know. So usually when I have a failed relationship, I'll be like, oh my gosh, that was a waste of my time. But this time I would say like that relationship was actually needed. Like I needed to see things about myself that I need to work on. So one of the things that I noticed is that I may not get exactly what I prayed for in a husband. Y'all saw like a year or so ago, I had a whole prayer jar. I had a marriage vision board. I had all these things. And it's like, I have to come to realize that all these things that I'm praying for in a person might not actually come to pass. And so what I really want is God's will for my life, but God's will for my life might not be the perfect person that I've been dreaming of. Like essentially the perfect person would be someone who's devoted to God. You know, they're in their word, they're serious about their relationship with Christ, you know, not necessarily a perfect like automaton of a human being, but somebody who's really into God like the way that I am. But I'm noticing that a lot of people aren't. And so that's kind of how it was for this relationship. Like he's a believer, which he said he is, but it's like he doesn't have a relationship at all. And so I was kind of like trying to navigate like how do I date someone who doesn't have a relationship with God when I do. So that helps me to have grace for people who don't have as much faith as I do, don't have as strong of a relationship with God as I do, right? It helped me to stop kind of looking down on people who don't have that type of history with God that I do. So that was really important. Another thing that the relationship revealed to me was that I still had spite in my heart towards men due to the last relationship that I was in. And that's not good. It's not good to harbor spite in my heart for the same reasons that we were talking about earlier on in this video with, you know, Jesus saying, love everybody the way that I love you. And so it's like, I can't carry, you know, spite and hatred in my heart towards someone who has betrayed my trust if I'm expecting to go to heaven. So I ended up sitting down in my prayer time and just saying everybody's name, every man who has ever hurt, betrayed, insulted, offended, abused me, every single guy, just said their name and be like, Lord, I forgive them. Please give me the strength to forgive them. Give me the strength to let go. You know what I'm saying? So I've done it before, but when it comes to this forgiveness journey, sometimes you just got to keep forgiving people over and over and over again. Right? 7 times 70 or whatever Jesus said. What is it, like 490 times you got to forgive them. So bringing back to my awareness that I shouldn't violate my boundaries for other people to make a relationship go. Like I shouldn't let somebody try to convince me that the boundaries that I have are too strict, right? One of the boundaries I'll talk about that was violated in this relationship was my boundary of wanting to establish a firm friendship first before entering into a relationship. And I was kind of like met with, I don't want to say hostility, but that was deeply frowned upon. Like the situation was like, oh, you should know by now who I am. You know, it shouldn't take that much time to figure out that I'm that guy, da da da. Like the person just did not want to be in a friendship at all. They wanted to just jump straight into a relationship immediately. Like when I say immediately, I'm talking about from the first date. He already asked me to be his girlfriend. I'm just like, whoa, like you're not really giving me enough time to like discern and like understand and see who you are. And it was like, nah, you should already know who I am. And it's like, like I knew even from there, something wasn't right.
So I didn't say yes to him immediately. Like, you ain't gonna get over on me like that. I told him, let's go on a few more dates. Like, let me have an opportunity to get to know who you are. And it was still feeling like uncomfortable. I don't know. I just don't. If you making me feel uncomfortable in the relationship, this probably ain't for me, and it probably ain't for you either. Like, if you visibly see that I'm uncomfortable, which he did, it's like back off a little bit. You know, like I understand that you're excited. Maybe you feel like you've never met someone like me before. That's all great, but it's like if you see that I'm uncomfortable, I'm tense, I'm unsure, I'm uncertain, why you keep pushing and pushing and pushing yourself on me? And it's like, no, like back off. I don't know. I don't even know how we ended up in a relationship. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So despite all that pressure, I don't know. I liked that he like whenever I brought up something that was concerning me, he would kind of like speak to that fear. And I felt like even though he wasn't a strong Christian, that was like a strong Christian value to be able to speak to my fear and, capture them and bring them into the obedience of the spirit, even though that's not technically what he was doing. But, still, that's a strong value. But, yeah, I don't know. It's like, I really liked the guy. I did. He was not an evil person like people that I've dated in the past. But it's like I'm the type of person that's extremely kind to a fault. I'm extremely forbearing. Like I want to believe the best in people. I want to believe that you're being honest with me. And I just feel like people take advantage of that. And unfortunately, I started to feel like that's what was happening in the relationship. Like you're taking advantage of the fact that I want to believe that you're good and I want to believe that you're honest, even though you're not exactly treating me the best possible way that you can. So I don't know. Like I said earlier, I'm not striving for perfection, but I also want to feel safe. I want to feel emotionally safe in my relationships. I want to feel like I'm able to let my guard down. I'm able to trust you. I don't have to lose sleep at night worrying about are you gonna switch it up on me or are you really who you say you are, things like that. I don't know. It's like there's not enough information out there like in the Bible or even what's being preached in church that talks to how to love again after you've been betrayed so deeply, especially if you're a divorced person like how I am. It's just like navigating dating is really really hard as a Christian as it is because most people, I would say most of the people that I typically go after, which are black men, don't really go to church. Like they're not really that strong in the church, in the word, or anything like that. So that already makes dating hard enough as it is. With having that pressure of trying to teach them more about Christ, teach them more about the word, if they even want to hear it, because a lot of people don't even care to hear it. I don't know. It's just weird. Like dating is weird. And I honestly, I don't want to say I don't have time for it, but it's like I'm trying to figure out me. Like I'm trying to figure out my business. I'm trying to figure out my life in Chicago. I don't necessarily have time to be figuring out my business and also figuring out who are you? Are your words true? Are you really who you say you are? Like I just it's too much stress for me right now. No thank you. I don't want to. So maybe later on in the future, if things turn out differently and there's some transformation of the heart going on for both parties, then maybe we could try again in the future. I don't know. But I just know as of right now, I don't want it. No thank you. Nope. Sorry. Can't do it. No.
For a cold day, it sure is hot in this car. I'm ready to come up out this sweater. It's supposed to be 55, but it feel like 80 in this car. But there's another thing I was thinking about too. There are a lot of people who subscribe to the notion that they are stuck single because they're not healed all the way. But I don't believe that God waits until you're all the way healed in order to send you your person. Because there are certain scars from life that we won't get to heal from until Jesus comes back. Like, that's just a thing. Like, you ever heard about how you never really get over the loss of a loved one. You just kind of grow around that loss. You grow around the grief. The grief doesn't actually go away. I feel like that's how it is for some relationship scars too. So I don't want anybody to ever believe that they're not healed enough to be in a relationship, because it's just not true. Like, me and this guy, we're both severely traumatized from things that have happened when we were younger. And I feel like if we both had the time to put in the effort, like if I wasn't so super focused on making my business work, like I feel like the relationship between us could work out if we decided to go to couples therapy and truly get to the root of our childhood trauma, how it shows up in our adult dating life, and what tools do we need to get better going forward. I really feel like we could benefit from that. But I also don't know how I feel about going to couples therapy with somebody that I just met. Like, I feel like there's room for a conversation about that, but nobody really talks about that, right? Most people don't go to couples counseling until they're ready to get married and they want to go through the motions of going to premarital counseling and all that, just because you have to go to premarital counseling for a lot of states or whatever. And I feel like it's because, right, counseling costs money. And so it's like, why would I want to go to counseling with someone that I just met and invest all this time and money when I don't know if we're actually compatible? Like, I'm sure counseling could help us to become compatible, but it's like, what if we're not actually meant to be? Because, you know, what I'm picking up on early is telling me that this is problematic. It can change, but it's like, I want to see a complete transformational change. I don't want to see performative change. I don't want to see you changing because you see that something is making me uncomfortable and you know that it's wrong to do. So you're just going to perform or act like it's changed, but it's really not. Like, I don't know. There's so many nuances when it comes to getting to know another human being. Because, like, nobody really truly knows that human being except for God. Like, even human beings don't even know themselves like that. Like, especially the ones that don't like to do introspective work. They don't like to sit alone and think through things and heal through things. It's like, I don't know. It's just, human beings are complicated. And that's what makes relationships complicated. So I just want all my single girlies out there, including me, like, don't feel like you're a defective person because you're still single. Don't feel like it's because you're not healed yet. Like, no, I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. So, I don't know. Relationships are weird. That's all I got for you.